do your hair.
So I think it's happening, right? We are live on YouTube now. So hello YouTube, good morning everyone. And for those who will be watching us later, I believe there is no first timers here. I know all of the girls that are here with me, beautiful girls that wake up early today to speak in English with me, and I really appreciate it. So before we get started, just a quick introduction about TNT, right? How TNT works. Yeah, TNT is a community, Talk and Talk is a community where we came to communicate in foreign language, not just English, right? There's also Spanish, Italian, and French. And the live meeting classes here, this model of what's happening, the live meeting classes are live meetings are not regular classes, right? I'm not a teacher, I'm not here to correct anyone. We are just here to practice our speak together in order to develop confidence and achieve fluency, right? And if you are interested to purchase some classes with specific topics and material and people looking after you, you can check more details in our website, see the available plans, right? talkandtalk.com.br. And I think that's it. So I'm your hostess here today, every Thursday at 8 a.m. I'm Ana Laura, I'm 25, I live in Cruzeiro, São Paulo, and I work as a lab analyst. On my free time, I like to do some biking and reading sci-fi books. I believe that's it. Let's meet the girls. Please, could you introduce yourself? Let me see who wants to start. Bruna, please.
Hello, good morning. Yes, I'm Bruna. I live in Brasilia. I'm married. I have 2 sons. I like to do in my free time ride a bike too. And I like to go to the gym. Let me see more. I work with a public service, and I think it's this.
Great, thank you, Bruna. You cut your hair?
Yes, it's very curly now. Before it's long hair, but now it's...
Yeah, I remember. It's looking great, awesome.
Oh,
I really
thank
like
you.
it.
I think
You're
it's so
beautiful.
good to changing when you change the circle, when you start the new cycle in your life. I think it's great.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Thank you so much, Bruna. And Juliana, go ahead, please.
My name is Juliana. I'm from São José dos Pinhais, Paraná State. I'm 35 years old. I'm an SAP constant. And in my free time, I like to walking, hiking. And I'm here at TNT more than 1 month, and I'm here to improve my English.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much, Juliana. And last but not least, Melissa.
Hi,
Please,
everyone.
your turn.
I'm Melissa. I live in Campinas. I have another job, but I'm passionate about English, have always been. I also like to go hiking to relax my mind. You know, it makes me feel good, makes me feel free. But I don't like to go to the gym. Going to the gym is just because it's necessary, because it's good for health, but that's not something I enjoy very much. And I like very much Queen, so I like this song very much. And that's it.
Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. Yeah, as she mentioned, today we are gonna just listen a Queen song called Under Pressure, and we are gonna talk about stress, right, in this modern life. So let's jump into it. in the chat we have the questions. Maybe we can start with the first one, right? Let me see. Juliana, could you read for us out loud and then give us your answer here?
Yes. In your own words, what is stress and what are its most common causes? This stress is a way that to respond, physical and emotionally. The facts, the situations that you have to face every day, like family problems, work, something related to money, and which is a big source of stress. I think maybe nowadays money, because our country is not in a good situation, and I think a lot of people are concerned about money and about have or continue have a job.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can make just like you answer number two and number one, number two together, because I think that they are really related, right? And yeah, definitely, I agree with you that stress is this condition, right? When, well, we have to handle the challenges and problems on our daily life, and sometimes we feel this, but it's not always bad. We're gonna talk about it later, but sometimes it gets out of control, and then it's not healthy, right? And so let me see, Bruna, what about you? What you think about question number 1 and 2? Could you give us your answer?
Of course. So I think the stress is the moment when the people have a big problem in your life, and it's a way to expressing your physical health and your mental health. It's very common in the day, and I think it's the number 2. Let me see how often you feel. I think I'm not stressed, but everybody said that I'm a stressed people. I don't know why, because I think I'm not stressed. I'm very fasting all the time. Sometimes I'm actions because I think I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to study English, and I'm fast. I want to do in this moment. I think it's not stress. Stress when I long time in the period. I think is this. It's not a point in your life like actions. So currently, in my opinion, now it's my biggest source is the stress of my stress is money, because I finance my car, and sometimes, oh my gosh, I don't have money to, oh, I save too money to pay my car. It's I stressful a long time in the month. That's it. But I think in the people in the world now, it's the stressful. Now it's about the unpolite, unemployed, employed, uh, employment about this, because of course the money is true, but if you don't have employment, if you don't have a employee, it's a big problem, because you don't have money, it's a big problem. So I think it's this.
Awesome, great answer. I really like it. Thank you so much, Bruna. Let's see, Melissa, what about you? I want to hear from you.
I agree with Juliana. I also think stress is the response we give to many kinds of different situations. It's the way you respond to situations. And I think what causes stress depends a lot on your background, the way you were raised, the way your family is, all you learned since you were a baby, and your background counts a lot here, in my opinion, because you learn when you are a child how to respond to things. When we are children, we copy our parents' behavior. It's natural. It's the way children learn. So the way they respond to the world, to pressure comes from the childhood. Thank God we are able to change it, right? But it's hard. It's a hard work to change it. So I think the causes come from your background and how you react to pressure, to problems. Because if you look, not everyone reacts the same thing before a situation. Some situations to many are like common, meaningless. They don't care. For others are like the worst thing in the world. So they react badly. And the opposite is also true. So I think each one responds in a way to the same situation. So there is a lot here at stake. The way you think, the way you learn to respond, the feelings you have inside of you, the way you were raised, and all your experiences since you were a baby, what you went through. So I believe in that.
Got it. Yeah, thank you so much, Melissa. Definitely, I agree with you. Yeah, but I would also add that education, the person's background, but also their personality, right?
Yes,
There's some
yes,
people
yes.
that are raised in a
Yes.
way, but they are not like that. They are
Yes.
easygoing. They will not reply the same behavior of their parents. Yeah.
Yes,
But,
yes, you are totally right. Yes.
Yes, right. So let me see if I didn't answer what I didn't answer. Yeah, the most common causes, I think maybe today nowadays is I think Juliana mentioned, right, the our our country and all the world are passing through difficult times, right? And money, I think it is the big deal, and work, right? Job. If you have, if you don't have an activity, right? I think that is more possible that you become stressed and anxious, maybe, because you have to you don't have nothing to do, right? And you are looking for something to do. And let me see, how often do I feel stressed? Pretty the past week I feel really stressed, but because healthy problems, right? As I mentioned before, the in the past the last Thursday I was with a sore throat, and today I'm with a strong flu, and it sucks, right? You all the time getting sick, and you have things to do, like Bruna mentioned, right? I have to get them, not just my work, but other projects. And when you are not feeling so well, it stress me out, really stress me out, because I can handle all the things that I want. So yes, my last week I was I am really stressed because of it. But better to be here with you girls. It's I really like to be here on TNT, and really helps me to learn different, meet different people, talk with you. It's really funny and relaxing, I can say. So let's move on to question number 3, girls. Let me see. Bruna, could you read for us out loud and then give us your answer, please, your opinion?
Yes. The lyricals mentions that people can become insane due to the constantly pursue they are to be met. What can be the complication of high levels of stress in the health? So I think it's the level, the high levels of stress is desencadeia. I don't know if it's the right, but it's desencadeia mental health too. It's a big problem for me because it's a problem. It's a disease that no people see. It's possible to see about this. So sometimes the other people consider it's I don't know in English, frescura. So you don't have nothing. It's only things your mind. And it's a problem in this case. And the other in the other side, it's the physical health. Maybe you in many people said get herpes when you have stressful. So I think it is, and you avoid the people in your around you. So when you have stress, it's a big problem, and you people with you near you, your mental disease and the physical health. I think it's the complication.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Bruna. Let me see, Melissa, what about you? What you think that can
I
be
agree.
complications?
I agree very much with Bruna. I think it can set off diseases, diseases in the body, and also mental diseases, mental disorders, and it can mess with your whole life, because it makes the life complicated, messy. You cannot put order in things. You lose control of your routine, your day. You react badly to everything that happens. Even small things affect you. So I think these are the complications, mostly to mental health and also in the body. You start somatizing, and it reflects in your body with pain, with diseases, with conditions and everything. I see that.
Yeah, I agree with you, girls. Affects the body and the mind, right, at the same time. Or just like Melissa mentioned, somatize in specific, how can I say, symptoms, right? And what about you, Juliana? What are your thoughts about it?
I agree with you. And now it's hard to add something because you said almost everything that I was thinking. The complications, losing control about your feelings and about our life. And I was reading yesterday something about that, and there are some studies, America research about the stress, and they are saying the problem is not the stress, but the way that we react to the stress. This is the problem. If you can handle stress in a good way, probably you'll not have some health problems. So some psychologists are trying to treat in a different way stress nowadays, because that not say just, okay, stress, it's bad, you need to avoid. No, stress can be good. You need to change your mindset and the way that you face it. So it's very interesting, because for me, stress always, I think it's something negative, something that can in a long term or a mid term, depending on the people, give us a heart attack, you know, some depression problems, anger, you know. So it's it.
Awesome, Juliana. Thank you so much. Yeah, you had a lot of information, and I really liked your answer. Yeah, because and you were saying something that we will discuss in question number 8. Maybe we can skip to this one next. Let me just put give my answer for
I
you
need
girls.
to read the answer, all the answers,
No,
because
no. No, that's
I mix
okay.
them.
No, that's okay. There's no problem at all, girl. Relax, because this is the way the conversation must flow. And sometimes people bring the topics and the things that we are going to discuss before, but the timing is perfect. There's no problem at all. Don't think about that. There's no problem. So, yeah, as your girl says, mental and physical symptoms like cannot control so much, people cannot control so much their feelings. Even the small things can start to affect you. You became angry or sad easily, right? Maybe some problems with sleep, eating disorder sometime, right? I think maybe this could be the complications, right? And let's skip to question number 8, since Juliana mentioned this, and because it's really interesting that I found out this information as well, because a certain level of stress can be positive, right? It has it's not something our body and the nature are really intelligent. Stress was not created for anything, right? It has a meaning, but high levels, if it's under control, it's okay, it's good and can help us. But if it starts to get out of control, it's not. But let me see, Juliana, since you mentioned this, can you think some case mention something where stress can be useful or necessary? Because I think that it's not possible to avoid it all the time, right?
Yes. I think a certain level of stress, it's positive when you are in a dangerous situation. Your body start to be a little stressed, and you respond it in order to defend yourself. I think it's good. And when you face a difficult situation, for example, in our work, in a job, at the first time, probably we don't handle so well with it. But after some time, our response become different, because you used to, you are, it's not the first time that you face it, so you get some resistance, you learn how to deal with that. I think it can be good, because you have to face stress situations to learn from them, and in the future react in a different way. I think it's like gym. We need to strong our muscles, and I think this stress, it's almost similar. You learn how to deal with it.
Yeah, girl, you said everything. It's about training, how we respond, right, to it. It's something we can avoid, so we have to learn how to handle in the best possible way, right? Because if we don't, it's not good. If you try to become apathetic, I think that is apathetic, yeah, apático, in front of every situation, right? No one is made of stone, but we cannot control all the situations and all the things, but we have to know how to control ourselves, right? And it's about training. Sometimes can mean mistakes, but fixing it and get better. Definitely is what you said, Juliana. Thank you so much for your answer. And you, Bruna, I want to hear from you. What do
So
you
I
think?
think it's the certain level of stressful stress is very good, like Juliana said, and you. So, for example, for me, now we have the problem, no problem, but I have the need to pay my new car because I want my car. So when sometimes it's really stress, and but it's possible to think I found a new way to money income, a new money come in common, new rent for to pay my car. I think when you change the job, the stress is when you don't know the work when you need to job. So it's necessary to learning and improve your skills, and it's a good you have a little stressful in this moment. So I think it's this.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. And a little bit of stress can be useful, I believe, sometimes when we are handled with problems, to maybe helping us focus on the solution of the problems, right? Or creativity, right? When you have some problems or when you have a deadline, right? Maybe can help you to focus and creativity. I don't know. Let's see what Melissa thinks. Please, Melissa, go ahead.
I think a certain level of stress may be positive when you need a quick response. When you are facing a situation, and at that moment, your body responds in order to give you the ways, the means to have to provide a quick response for something that you need very much. So it may be positive in certain circumstances. And sometimes the stress is also positive when you have to escape something. That's a natural response from the body. But I only see these situations. it protects us from something that may harm us. So you respond fast, you escape, you run, and it's positive, it's necessary. But in other situations, I don't think it's so positive, because it's something like, I think Juliana was saying that learn how to see things differently. If you understand, if you have a different perspective, you change the way you respond to these things. So you don't have the stress for those things. I think that's the key, because it's not possible to avoid things all the time. You know, like sometimes doctors use it to say you have to avoid the stress, avoid this, avoid that. But the guy lives in the world. He has a job, and sometimes the job is stressful for itself, because it is. So this guy needs to learn how to deal with that differently, how to see those things differently, so he can answer in a different way without the stress. I see that.
So one thing that I think that Melissa said is, I think it's necessary to develop a soft skill. Do you understand? Because in this moment, when the stress come, okay, in this moment it's necessary to do this, maybe this. I think it's possible you learning all your life. What I think it's in the moment. I think it is. Thank you.
Yes, I agree. Yes, soft skills, yes, for sure. Emotional intelligence, for sure.
I think if we pay attention, over the years, we change the way that we react in stress situations. So when you talk with old people, usually they see the world in a different perspective, and not because they always were that way. It's because the life teach them to respond, to see, to analyze, and think, okay, maybe now it's a stressful situation, but in 2-3 days or more, everything will be okay. So I can handle with this situation. So I think the experience will teach us how to handle with stress.
Yes, me too. Yes, I agree. Experience everything, you change your perspective. Yes.
Yeah, Juliana, you said it all. People, the older people, right? The eldest, they are more wise, because I believe that is exactly what you said. Life, their experience, right, that they have in life, have teach them how to see. Sorry, girls, about my camera. Zoom cannot. I'm having some problems, technical problems with my camera, but I'm still here. Okay, I'm listening to you. So let's see. I want to know from you, girls, about question number 4. How does the stress affect you? What are the symptoms that you girls have when you are stressed? When you can see and, oh, I think this is not good. How you girls feel? Physical, maybe emotional symptoms, right? Let me see. Bruna, can you start?
Yes. So, how does stress affect? Oh, do you read for us? So for me, it's a problem that I'm angry with my family in special, because they near with me. I think it's unjust. I don't know. It's unjust because they They may support me all the time. So I'm angry, and sometimes I don't want to do nothing. So I love anything to do, and now I don't want to do nothing. Oh my gosh! And this stopped, but it's very interesting. But I think it's the big problem, and that anger with the people near me. It's terrible. And the physical, no, I think it's not have a physical emotion, physical symptoms about the stress. No, yes, I headache many times when I stress. I have a headache, and it's terrible. I needed to lie down. Is this?
Got it. So you have this tendency of want to stay alone, right? Don't do anything, and you get a little bit isolated, maybe, right? I don't know if I get it right. Yeah? Yeah, and headaches. Okay. So let me see about me. Yeah, usually I have this tendency of, just like you, Bruna, to maybe get a little bit quiet, do not to think about a little bit more and reflect and try to think about the things that I am worried or stressful. And sometimes usually affects my sleep. I start to get some insomnia sometimes, and my appetite as well. I lose my appetite. I'm not hungry. I sometimes I don't want to eat. These are the physical symptoms that I have. And let me see, Juliana, what about you?
I think nowadays I react much better under pressure, but my problem is that I somatize. So I stay calm for 1, 2, 3 days, and probably in some time I will freak out, I have a high level of stress and I can't handle that. So I explode. And it's something that I try to work on it in order to avoid this kind of thing. And usually, when I'm stressed for a period, I notice that I have difficulty to sleep. I have some migraine crisis. I think it's migraine. I don't know. It's not a headache. It's I don't know in Portuguese now because for me it's migraine. Sorry. And usually I feel more tired, and I look for candies, chocolates, all of kind of candies in order to compensate my stress. So I think it's my reaction, my symptoms when I have stress.
Got it. Got it. So you want to consume more candies, more sweet things.
Yes.
And the thing that you mentioned that is like headache, I'm not sure if I get it right. How is it called? Can you repeat, please?
Enxaqueca.
Oh, got it. I believe you can say headache as well, a strong headache. I don't know if it is a specific term for it. Got it, got it. Thank you so much, Juliana. And what about you, Melissa? What do you feel when you are stressed?
Well, I don't have physical symptoms, thank God, but I accelerate the day. I accelerate everything. I accelerate myself. I start doing things very fast and rushing. I want to solve everything at once. I want to do this and that and that and that, and I start doing non-stop until the end of the day when I go to bed. So it's awful because I get very tired. I just start doing. I do this, then I do that, and I do that, and I wash, and I put in order, and I organize, and I tidy, and I work, and I do, and I prepare, and I start doing things like crazy, you know, just solving one after another without thinking, just doing. And in the end, I'm worn out, totally devastated. That's my response to stress. I accelerate.
Got it. Let me see. Okay. Question number 5. It's interesting. I want to hear from you girls. Let me see. Juliana, can you read for us and then give us your answer?
Number 5.
Yes.
What
Please.
activities works best for you reduce stress in your life? Do you think there are good and bad ways to dealing with stress? Can you give an example of each? For me, some exercise, physical exercise, help me a lot, and stay a day far from internet, far from the city. For me, helps a lot. Go to the farm or in a remote place. This helps a lot to reduce my level of stress. Do you think there are good and bad ways to dealing with stress? Yes. In my case, as I said, I somatize the stress for a certain period. It's a really bad way to deal with stress because everyone thinks, oh, Juliana, it's a calm person, but inside me, I'm very angry. And I try to control, and seems that I'm calm, but I'm not. So it's a really bad way to deal with stress. And it's it. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you so much, Juliana. And what about you, Bruna?
So I think for me, it's dancing. I love dancing. It's the moment that I forget all in my life. I forgot my son. I forgot my husband, my life. So I think in the moment I'm only in the dance, I need to. So it's very important for me. And in the gym, I do fit dance, and I don't know the past, so it's necessary to fix the look and the teacher. And look, it's very interesting because I don't, it's impossible, I understand the music, the lyrics. It's very interesting because I'm very concentration in the teacher in to do the dance. And Mm, and on the moment, every day I do meditation in my home. I think it's a good activity to to improve your level stress. Let me see more. And for me, it's so bad when people said me, "You are stressed now. You are stressed." Oh my gosh! It's so stop. Don't tell me that I'm stressed. I'm calm person, and it's not necessary. You said that I'm a stressed person now in the moment. So I think it is.
Got it. So you dance. Awesome. I really like to do it, but I don't have so many opportunities. Maybe I could do it more often. It's incredible how can be relaxing. I agree with you, Bruna. And Melissa, I want to hear from you. How do you deal with stress? How to you reduce it?
First, I have to say that I agree very much with Bruna. I think it's the worst when somebody comes to you and say, you are stressed. Like, you know, you are doing your things, you are dealing with a bunch of things. You are a active person, as you said. You are active, but it doesn't mean you are stressed. You know, you are just active. So I understand very well. And I don't think it's cool people coming and say, you are stressed. How do you know? You are not in my shoes, you know, don't judge me. And I totally understand there is a huge difference between being active and being stressed. It's different, very different. So I totally understand you. And the way I do, I'm not sure, depends on the day. Sometimes all I want is to sit on the couch and watch something good on TV because I know it calms my mind and I don't think about anything. I just watch and I unplugged, you know, while I'm watching something, if it's good, I totally unplug from the rest. So it's the moment I recharge. And sometimes going hike helps too. I go hiking when I need to organize my thoughts. I start hiking and at the same time, I'm putting my mind, my thoughts in order. And it starts to clear. And then after doing that, I'm fine again. I'm back on track, you know. These are the two things for me that work very well.
Got it. Thank you so much, Melissa. So girls, for me, I could say that doing physical exercises, especially riding bicycle, right? Biking, it really helps me just being in, I don't know how to say pedalar, but it's really relaxing for me. Meditation, I try to do it every day as Bruna, and listen to music. And how I mentioned, maybe I could try to dance more, but I love music, and yeah, it really helps me. So, girls, since we're running out of time, I'm sending some links on the chat. So the first one is to send your feedback about this specific meeting. The second is to TNT website. And the third one is to this live on YouTube. If you can go there, hit the like button and subscribe on TNT's channel. It would be a lot. But before we go, I really want to ask you girls about question number 10. So there's a quote that says, laughter is the best medicine. And I want to know from you girls, you can say one thing that makes you laugh. Let's start you with Bruna.
So I agree with this culture says. I don't know. I'm very happy all the time. I wake up, I get up happy in my life. I'm very thank God. Um, so what make me laugh? Let me see. A good joke. It's it's so good. No? I think it's this.
Yes. Oh, okay, a good joke. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Juliana, what about you? What makes you laugh? You can mention one thing, pick one thing.
I think funny situations can be a conversation with a friend, a soft conversation with a friend, a joke, or a stand-up comedy. I think it's it.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely. And Melissa, your turn. What makes you laugh?
My niece, when I'm with her, I'm always laughing all the time. She makes me feel so good. Yes.
She is a kid.
Yes, she's 7 now. Yes.
Oh, what a treat. Yeah, kids
Yes.
have this power. Definitely. Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. That's it, girls. So for me, I think that maybe a mix of all of your answer. I do have a nephew, and he's 4, and he's always asking funny things and saying funny things. And I believe that it would be a mix, like the answer of Melissa and Juliana, funny situations as well. So girls, thank you so much for coming. I really hope that you enjoyed this time here with me. And I hope that you have a great day. And I hope to see you at the same time on the next Thursday. Thank you so much. Have a great
Thank
day.
you. Have a nice day.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.